Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm working on my opening page for my Twin Cities staycation album. So I live in the Twin Cities. I live on the St. Paul side, but I'm not that far from Minneapolis. So crossing the river is easy. So this is an album about both cities. And I chose to do this because my friend Robin wanted to come up here and do some sightseeing. And so I said, come on up, I'll play your tour guide. And it's fun for me. We'll get a place to stay so it's not at my house, so it really feels like it's a vacation. And that's what we did. So she came up kind of mid-October and I played tour guide and took her around, and now I get to do all of those photos, which is super fun. So hopefully this will make you want to come to the Twin Cities too, from what you see here. So more people, come visit. This is a 6x8 album. So I have my front page starting here, and this is not what I intend to use. This is just what I think is going to go on the other side for this. So I do have to find something, but I do want to show you my album before I do this. I bought a new album for this. This is from Echo Park. They brought out some fall themed lines, or what I think is fall themed. Now, I have to tell you, they classify it as a baby album, and it's Winnie the Pooh. So see this here? I'm going to have to cover that up. Or not. I mean, maybe I could decide not to. I love that it's got little leaves right there too, so it is very fall coated. And then this is the inside. It's just very green here. But I wanted to show you that so you kind of know what I'm working with here. I will say, if you've never used an Echo Park album, they are more similar to like a Simple Stories album in terms of how big they are, how big the spine is. That's kind of what you're looking at. So keep that in mind if you decide to look for these. And I got them on sale. And I don't remember, I want to say maybe like $16.99. Quite reasonable. That's why I jumped at it. There was this one and then another one with a different plaid pattern, but also from the Winnie the Pooh line of stuff. So that one is available as well. And I am hoping to use something from this set. This is from Creative Memories. And I got this a couple of years ago, I think, at an event. A friend of mine actually is a Creative Memories consultant, and we got this for the Croptoberfest event, I believe. And as you can see, I haven't used a whole lot of it. So I'm just wondering, is there like stuff? This is from a different line. This is from a line I had previously, I think. But is there stuff in here like I could use? Because it's very fall themed, which is great. I don't need that. But I wanted just to see, like, I don't even remember, honestly. I don't even remember what papers are all in here. That's kind of a nice neutral. Oh, these must be the same. Yep. I like this. I like this plaid a lot. Let's put that over here because I might use that. Ooh, but I like this green too. And it's almost better to have a more subtle background like this, because then I can build on it with other things and it won't get like too crazy. But I do kind of like that green. This is a little too busy for what I've got. Oh, that's the other side. So a little too busy with what I've got going. Oh, okay. So I must have used something probably that came with this, but then I also have these papers as well. So I think what I might do, I think I'm gonna have to pull out some of my autumn embellishments, unless I just use something from here. Fall Memories, that's not a bad one. Give thanks. So, and I could maybe like mix these together, and you know what? I love it that it's purple. So, and there's green on it. I wonder if I should do this green. And actually, when she was up here, normally at that time, we would be like in full blown autumn color, but this year was so warm in the summer, it was still green. We had barely any color. A little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of red here and there. That was it. So it really was mostly green. And I know she was so hoping to get beautiful fall color. We did get that when we went to Portland, Maine. We did not get that here because it was just a little too early. All right, I've got my paper and my trimmer. And actually, from the last time I did a video, I have a new trimmer. I bent the guide wire so badly. It was so kinked on the other one. It could not be fixed. I asked my husband, like, do you think you could take that apart, fix it, and string it back? And he's like, you know what? By that point, these aren't that expensive. You might as well just buy a new one. So that's what I did. So you will see this. You still might see my old one here and there, depending on the order in which my videos come out. But you'll see the new one for sure. And it's so nice to have a brand new trimmer, let me tell you. Okay, so I cut that to 6 inches wide where I needed it. And now I need 8 inches tall. There we go. Perfect. And then I even have a 4x6 piece left that I can use for the backing of a card or something. So that's always nice when you have leftover paper that you can actually use. All right, so I've taken these out of the sticker package here. I think I want to do something, combine these somehow. Love that one that says Fall Memories. But then I also have this stamp set. I want to use the one that says Staycation. So I just have to figure out like how to layer these, plus get the staycation on there. I may have to do that in just on a piece of white cardstock or something, and then stamp the dates as well. And then somehow I wanted it to say like Twin Cities. That feels like a lot to go into one opening page. So I'm just not quite sure how to make that all work. Okay, I have somewhat of an idea here, I think. I have this just random piece of cardstock left. I kind of like that it's got a ripped end here. I'm going to use that. And I think I'm going to put it like this. And what I want to do is stamp either Staycation up top or bottom, whatever. And then either above or below it, I want it to say Twin Cities with letter stickers. Now, do I know that I have letter stickers that are going to fit here? No, I hope I do, because I always keep a small pouch, let me grab it right here, of all of my smaller letter stickers so that I can use them if I need them. So I'm going to look through here and see if I can find anything that will work to spell out Twin Cities. Okay, I found something kind of perfect, I think. So if I use this, and I have these, which has purple in it, as you can see, I could use these. I could get purple in my opening page, which I freaking love. I already checked to make sure, yes, I could spell out Twin Cities. It would fit. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to do Twin Cities up top, just like I have it here, and then stamp Staycation there. So that's probably my next order of business here, is that I need to line this up and figure out where I want to do my stamping, and then I will do it. All right, I did my stamping. I have this positioned where I want it. I cut off what I didn't need, so I think it's going to sit like that. And then I basically have to figure out how to center Twin Cities above this with enough room over here for, where are my other embellishments here? Under here, there we go. For one of these to overlap here. I think it's going to be that one. And I could actually do this behind there even a little bit if I wanted to, but I just have to make sure I leave a little bit of room. Maybe I'll use this as my guide, where really Twin Cities kind of needs to be fit like in here, about like that. So I need to center it there as best I can. Voila, look at that. I have that done. So that's going to sit like so, kind of towards the bottom there, more towards the bottom anyway. And then I'm going to overlap this, I think. And then I'm wondering if, should I do this up top and then somehow I can have a label sticking out, or should it go this up? Should it go this way, like this up here, and then the label going this way, so that I have one to the left, one to the right? Maybe that's the way to do it. But I'll have it up here, and then I will put a label back there that has the dates. So then I have to get out my roller stamp for dates. I was going to do my roller date stamp, but then I found this label. I wanted to do something yellow to bring that in more. I found this label and it has lines on it. So I don't really need to do my roller stamp. I can just journal it, which is awesome. So I have my pen out here. This is one of the ones that I found in the store, Paper and Pencil in Chicago, and I absolutely love it. This is my new favorite journaling pen. So if you're interested in trying out a new one, this is a great one. There you have my label. So I put the dates on, and I'm just going to tuck it under like that. And I noticed this is kind of uneven. It's much more to the left. I tried to lift it up to move it, and it started to tear. So it's going to have to stay that way. Hopefully it's not so noticeable. I'm the only one that would probably even realize that it's not perfectly even. So if I want that about there and that there, let's do this first before I stick down the other one. So that's going to go about like this. Uh-oh. Part of it is stuck. Guess what? It's going to have to stay there. I'm sure it'll be fine though. All right, so if I want to line this up, that's going to go kind of like that. I would have liked this a little higher up. I kind of don't like it that these meet right there, but it is what it is. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to put in a little staple up top right there. And then, do I want one here? I also have my bigger stapler that I could use. Maybe I better not. Maybe I better put this on first. I just realized I'm going to have to do a third thing, because if these are kind of lined up, I don't like that. With just that, I've got to have something over here. So now I will get to use this one. Maybe I can kind of like do that and have part of it hanging off the edge. That might be okay. I have this all adhered. I decided to do this kind of off kilter, so it wouldn't look like it was straight, lined up. And then here I have half of this with adhesive. And I'm just going to kind of do like that. And then I can just use kind of my gunky scissors to cut off what's left and hope that it cooperates. That's pretty thick. Whoop. Can I just pull it that? There we go. Yay! Okay. I like it, but I do feel like I need a staple there or two. I was trying to figure out, like, could I use this anywhere else, this little piece? But I think that's too much. I've got my visual triangle, so I should probably leave that alone. I do have like my regular size stapler that I could use maybe right here. Let's try it. And actually I could kind of do a double like that. What do I think of that? Kind of bent my paper right there a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. But these they're not totally solid. I'll have to press them down a little bit maybe. But otherwise, I think this is it. I don't know that I need to add anything. If I did, I might do like some white splattering or something, but otherwise, I think this is ready for the album. So here's the first one finished for the Twin Cities. Thanks for watching.